Studio check.
Frequencies check.
We are live on air.
You are listening to the In Fact Blessing the Airwaves. Take the journey into the world of sports, news, entertainment, while embracing the hottest beats on the planet. Rocking the mind, body, and with energy, electricity, and a splash of controversy. Now, without further ado, it's our pleasure to bring to you
The biggest show in the world.
The biggest show in the world.
the biggest show in the world, the SBTV Nation.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, happy 4th of July weekend. You are listening to the SBTV Nation and your host, the Mad Hatter, as we're gearing up and getting ready, man. You know what? It's the beginning of the summer, and I'm hoping you guys are feeling really good. Listen, enjoy it because it's going to come and go so fast. So you know what? Try to savor every minute of this warm weather, whether you're on the East Coast. Listen, you know what? If you're down south or on the West Coast, obviously you got warm weather all year long. But you know what? I'm on the East Coast, so I'm going to do what I can. I'm going to work really hard on the crap days and the nice days. I'm going to try to, I still got to work and grind to do my thing, but I'm going to try to enjoy myself just a touch, including going to New York on Monday, going to a little beach bar, and then I'm going to Atlantic City Tuesday, Wednesday. So pretty excited about that. Just kind of kick rocks a little bit from Connecticut and kind of go and enjoy myself a little bit. So good morning to everybody. We are live on Twitter right now. We are the SBTV Nation. Big ups to Vegas Girl 92661 for joining us this morning. Direct Sports Solutions, how you doing? And everybody else who's going back and forth with my boy hating on our President of the United States. That's the dream, hating on Trump. Whatever, man. At the end of the day, I'm just going to tell you something, guys. You know, everybody was talking impeachment. There's all kinds of bets going on right now as far as will he be president in a year? Will he be president in 2 years? Will he win the next election? Blah, 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 blah. I don't think the guy's going anywhere. I think he's too smart for that, to be honest with you. So, you know what? If you can get that money, listen, bet it a couple times, you're going to make some money. And big ups to my man, Fast Eddie. What is going on? Good morning to you. So, in the world of sports, right now what we have is we have a trade where Paul George has gone to the OKC Thunder. You know what, guys? I got to be honest with you. I mean, I think Paul George is good. I don't think he's great. I think there's a ton of players that are talent-wise way better than Paul George. I think he's a decent acquisition. I'm not in love with the move to OKC. I think they need a little bit more than that. And I just don't know how, I don't know what his contract is or whatever, but I don't know. I don't think it makes OKC a contender if that's what anybody's talking about out there. But yeah, I can tell you this much. I think Jimmy Butler's a way better player than Paul George. But when I look at this trade here, yeah, it'll make OKC just that much more competitive. But, maybe it'll help them win a playoff round or something like that. But other than that, I just don't know. I don't think if you're an OKC Thunder fan, I don't think he's your saving grace to beating the Golden State Warriors. I just can't see it happening. So, whatever. Hey, it is what it is. And, that's the talk of the sports world right now. And obviously the McGregor-Mayweather fight has been being hyped up. We got another month and a half to go for that. But that's going to be a circus show, as you guys know. And it is what it is, man. So, looking at the scores from yesterday here in the MLB, what we're going to do is we're going to shoot right over to Major League Baseball because that's what's going on right now. And then what we'll do is go through the standings real quick, kind of get an idea from last week, how things have materialized this week. And then we'll go into today's matchups because, I'm interested in getting down with a couple of these games and making some money. So, taking a look at the scores from yesterday, you got the Rays over to O's, Giants over to Pirates, and substantial fashion, 13-5. Wow. Sox over to Jays in overtime. extra innings. Mets over the Phillies by 1 run. Jacob deGrom, very, very good outing there. White Sox over the Rangers. Brewers over the Marlins. Yankees beat the snot out of the Astros. K-Sizzle over the Twins. Cardinals beat the hell out of the Nationals. I watched that game front to back. Rockies over the D-backs. Braves over the A's. Mariners 10-0 over the Angels. Wow. And the Dodgers continue their winning ways. And Alex Wood, 9-0 with a 1.83 ERA. Wow. He is having a phenomenal year. If he can continue this and beat a 1-2 punch with Kershaw, Dodgers are going to be pretty tough to beat. They are right now 26 games over 500. Very, very, very good record, guys. So let's just shoot over to the standings real quick and get an idea of what's going on. So as we talked about, as we had a feeling, the Boston Red Sox are now in first place in the AL East. I think they're going to take that division. They're just a little too inconsistent for me. Obviously, in game one of any playoff series or a wild card, which I don't think it's going to be a wild card, I think they'll win the division. But, throwing Chris Sale out there is pretty damn good. That's a great leadoff man. You got the Yankees, Rays out in 4 games out. Yankees 1 game out. And the rest of it, obviously, the bottom is the Baltimore O's and the Toronto Blue Jays. Now, when you look at the Central, the Twins are who we thought they were. They've lost a couple in a row now and have given first place to the Cleveland Indians. You know what? The Kansas City Royals are back to 500. You know what? If they take a look at this, they're only 3 games out right now. So if you put this in your brain, trade deadline, I don't think they're going to be sellers at this point. Maybe they'll be looking to pick somebody up and try to win that division. So maybe a little pretty good long shot as far as winning the division and or, winning a series or 2 in the playoffs. Then you got the Tigers and White Sox at the bottom. You've got the Houston Astros continuing their winning ways, and they are up now 13.5 games over the second place LA Angels, 14 over Seattle. Then you've got Texas and Oakland at the bottom. The Washington Nationals lost last night, got murdered. Up 8.5 games over the Braves. Hey, dude, listen. Braves are 3 games under 500, guys. I don't know if you realize that or not, but the Atlanta Braves have been pesky. Definitely winning more games than most people thought. You got the Mets, Marlins, and Phillies at the bottom there. The Milwaukee Brewers are still in first place halfway through the year. I don't think anybody would have thought that at all. 2 games up over the Cubs. Cubs are a 500 team, guys. They're 4-6 in their last 10. I keep saying it. Cubs are not going to make the playoffs. Look at it. Unless they're going to just have to win the division, to be honest with you, because, the wild card is just really, really good right now. You got St. Louis, Pittsburgh, and Cincinnati Reds all at the bottom of them. Then in the West, obviously, you got the LA Dodgers, who are just tearing through teams. They've won 2 in a row. They're 8-2 in their last 10. They have just murdered the competition. They are 3.5 up over the Arizona D-backs, and then the Rockies have slipped all the way down to 6 games back, 2-8 in their last 10. Yikes! What happened to this Colorado Rockies team? I still think they're a good team. I still think they're a force to be reckoned with. Maybe another pitcher. If they can grab one more set of pitching, I think they'd be pretty good. And the worst team in baseball right now is in that division, and it is the San Francisco Giants, along with the San Diego Padres at the bottom. 20 games out and 23 games out. So you know what? Better luck next year, guys, because I don't think you're doing anything to get back into the swing of things here. It's just not going to happen. It's too bad. So, all right. What I'd like to do right now is I'd like to get right into the card today and have a conversation with you about Major League Baseball and see where we are at, because I'm trying to make some money today. All right? And I hope that we could do it. So let me just pull it up here now and have a conversation with you about today's matchups. This is July 1st, 2017. We're here, guys, and we're ready. And taking a look at it right now, we're going to just lead it right off with the Boston Red Sox at the Toronto Blue Jays. You got Boston minus 150 with Chris Sale on the bump versus Francisco Liriano, 4-3 with a 5.46 ERA. for the Toronto Blue Jays. You know what? This is a really, really tough game for me to go either side here. Obviously, Boston Red Sox with the dominant pitching in Chris Sale. The problem is that they don't give them a lot of run support sometimes. So that kind of bothers me a little bit. So I am going to stay away from that. Fast Eddie, that one on the left is incredible. Thank you very much for sending me these photos. Actually, both of them are real nice, dude. Just in case you don't know, my man Fast Eddie sends us beautiful photos of gorgeous women each and every time we're on the show. It's really, really nice, and I enjoy it. Here's another spot that I'm taking a look at. I'm looking at the Cleveland Indians at the Detroit Tigers, okay? You've got Josh Tomlin, who is 4-9 with a 6.09 ERA versus Jordan Zimmerman, 5-5 with a 5.53. You know what? Tigers, as an underdog at home, kind of like that play. I think I'm going to go with the Tigers minus a run. So if we put that together, let me just see what that pays, because it probably pays like, plus 140, plus 150, something like that. Because remember what we said, 75% of the games in the MLB are decided by 2 runs or more. So I'm going to do the -1, not the 1.5, just because they're a home team. Taking a look at it right now, -1, I can't get it yet. But, hold on. And just see it, because this is game 1 of a 2-game doubleheader here. So I'm trying to pick it up. I can't get the -1, but looking at it, where is game 1? Give me 1 second, boys and girls. Let's see what we got. Detroit Tigers. The -1.5 is plus 180. So I'm assuming that the -1 will be somewhere around plus 140, something like that. Kind of like it. I think I'm going to go Tigers today, to be honest with you. Even though the Cleveland Indians, I mean, listen, 24-15 on the road. Very, very stellar on the road. I don't know. Just an inkling, just a little feeling, just a little feel for the game. Both of these teams offensively do the exact same thing. Runs per game, 4.76. Cleveland's got a lot of superior statistics, but I think they lose the game today. And if you're a $100 bettor, you are down $678 on Cleveland on the year. Moving on to the rest of this here, I'm taking a look at the Kansas City Royals versus the Minnesota Twins. You got Josh Berrios, who's having a fantastic year. 7-2 with a 2.98 ERA. The Royals have been hot. Twins, not so much. If the Twins were playing a little bit better, I'd consider taking them, but you know what? I think they're trying to find their identity, and you gotta wonder what their psyche is, after losing first place like that. Cleveland just slipped right by them. So I'm going to fall back from that AL Central matchup. Looking at the rest of this here. Wow. Pittsburgh, 4 o'clock. -129 versus San Francisco Giants. San Francisco is 14-30 on the road, guys. 14-30. Winning basically 40% of their games, 30% of their games on the road. Not a good look. Like the Pittsburgh Pirates today, even though Chad Kuhl's not been great this year, Matt Moore has also not been great. You want to give me the Pirates -1, -1.5. I'm going to take that all day long. So I'm going to pull this up right now. The Pirates -1.5 is plus 155. If you get -1, it's plus 108 money. Love the Pirates today in this matchup. I think the Pirates get it done. Moving on to the rest of this here. I see, pulling up a couple of matchups here. Just give me a minute, guys. Gotta love that track in the background, huh? Gio Gonzalez for the Washington Nationals today he's 7-2 with a 2.87 ERA. Versus Michael Wacha, 4-3 with a 4.50. The Cardinals are favored in this matchup, -114. I like the Nationals. At plus money today. So I think I'm going to get down with them. The Washington Nats on the year doing pretty damn well. Obviously, got to keep their lead in the division here. I like them minus the 1.5 at plus 165 with Gio. I think I'm going to take a shot with them. The plus 104 is also appetizing. But you know what? When you get 9 at-bats in a ball game when you're a road team, regardless of the game. I always like laying a run line. So I'm going to go -1.5 with the Washington Nationals. I think they get the job done. Moving on to the rest of this here, let me just take a look. You got Rich Hill for the Dodgers versus Dylan Overton for the San Diego Padres. Dodgers -185 with an under-over of 8.5. You know what? This is an interdivision matchup, guys. And if there's a game that the Dodgers can slip, it could be in this series. I think I'm going to stay away from the Dodgers. That -185 is very thick. I know they're playing out of their minds right now, but still, you know what? Any team can win at any time, and there's 162 games. San Diego Padres, wouldn't bet them either. I'm just saying I would stay clear of the Dodgers, to be honest with you. Then you got the final one here. You got Tyler Chatwood for the Colorado Rockies versus Zach Greinke of the Arizona D-backs. This should be a very good game in the desert. Zach Greinke, 9-4 with a 3.08 ERA. Now, you look at that, and obviously those are stellar numbers for any ballpark, but you got to remember something. This guy's pitching in the desert, okay? In Arizona, that's one of the best hitters' parks outside of Coors Field in all of Major League Baseball. So think about that for a second. All right? Think about that. 3.08 ERA. Obviously, half his starts are on the road, but it's a lot, man. You know, I mean, that's a lot of good pitching. So just keep that in your brains. All right? Other than that, I do not see anything else that's tickling my fancy other than Fast Eddie's photos that are coming my way. Thank you very much, man. You know, when you look at this card here, I mean, you got Mariners Angels today. You've got Yankees Astros. You got the Astros -130. But this kid, Jordan Montgomery, I got to be honest with you, I've grown to be a big fan of his. I think he's one of, honestly, he's probably, I know he's got a 6-4 record and all, but he's one of the Yankees' best pitchers right now. Kid's good. He's doing his thing. And he's an underdog today. But I don't know. He can't really bet against the Astros. You can't do that. LA Wiz Kid Mario Martinez JC hashtag SBTV Nation. What's up, bud? How you guys doing out there? Let's see the rest of it here. You've got the Reds versus the Cubs. And who would ever thought that the Reds, with a pitcher with no numbers, are only a slight underdog in this game? Think about that for a minute. Versus the Chicago Cubs. I think the Cubs have murdered people's bankrolls this year. I really do. I mean, this team, you know, everybody expected them to be a juggernaut here. $100 better with the Cubs right now, halfway through the year, almost halfway through the year. You're down $1,259. Nasty. Nasty, nasty, nasty. And you got Braves, A's. You've got the Twins, Royals in a couple of games, as we talked about earlier. And you got Rangers, White Sox. So, hey, guys, listen. If you have any other baseball for me, please hit me up and let me know if you're on anything. You know, any totals, any type of, you know, any kind of prop plays, maybe no score first innings, blah, blah, blah. You know, let me know. Let me know what you see and give me a reason why as well. So that's pretty much that. And we're going to move on from there because we got a big boxing match tonight. Manny Pacquiao is going to be fighting tonight, guys. So something to take a look at here, man. I mean, hey, you know what? He's -570. Does Jeff Horn have any shot whatsoever of knocking him off? Damn, -570, huh? And I just, you know what? I know the dream is fixed on this Pacquiao Mayweather 2. I don't think that's going to happen, especially if Mayweather goes out 50-0. He's probably going to be done after that. Under over of rounds, 9.5. You know, -170. It's a lot. I may get that up to like the under over of 10 rounds and maybe take the over. Because you know what? Most of these, you know, 99 times out of 100 these days with boxing, it's not a knockout. So I may consider that. I may go with the over 10 rounds tonight. You know, if I can get a decision bet, I'm all over that if I can get it. Let me just see here. Let me pull up and see if there's any boxing props so we can take a look at it. Because the decision, I think, is going to be plus money. Yeah, here we go. Horn Pacquiao goes the distance +110 all day. That's where I'm at. All right? Plus 110, Pacquiao Horn goes the distance. That's where I'm at, guys. So, hey, listen, I'm all about plus money these days. I love it, feel it, enjoy it. And you know what? Just like I'm planning on going out right now and enjoying this weather. So, to recap the MLB and where we're at today, looking at the Pirates for sure. Like the Pirates in this matchup. I'm going to go ahead and take a shot with the Tigers. And I'm also considering going with the Washington Nationals. So you got 3+ money plays there. I like it. Definitely going to do it. And you know what? I'm going to do a sprinkle of money lines, sprinkle of -1s, and sprinkle of -1.5. So I think that's where I'm going to go today with those 3 matchups in the MLB. And I'm going to also put the Pacquiao Horn fight goes the distance. So 4+ money plays, put them all together. I'm sure it'll pay absolutely bananas. Hey, it's all good, baby. That's what we're trying to do here. Make a little bit of chingle. So that's pretty much going to do it for me, man. You know what? Listen, I appreciate you guys sticking with us throughout baseball season. Obviously, you know, football is our first love here. And you know what? Basically, we're just passing the time right now to get to football. And I'm looking very much forward to getting down with all of that, man. So let me just pull this up here, and we will have a conversation with everybody. We're going to be back tomorrow live on air at 10 o'clock, ready to rumble, ready to roll with the dream. Because you know what? You know, it's good having them on here on the Sunday because, you know, we catch up for the whole week and just kind of go through everything. And, you know, it's a great show on Sundays, guys. So, you know, make sure you tune in tomorrow. We'll be live 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm your boy, Rob the Mad Hatter. This is the SBTV Nation. Jamie Wentz, what's up to you? What's up to everybody else for retweeting our show? We appreciate it very much, guys. We love you. We enjoy you. Go enjoy your weekend. Get ready for tomorrow. Be safe out there. Do whatever it is you got to do whatever it is you want to do in life and get that money. Let's go.